You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, we're going to be talking about Tennessee football here in this video. Now, a few days ago, the NCAA laid down punishment on Tennessee for recruiting violations, and they are in some bit trouble. However, they didn't actually get a bowl ban, but however, Jeremy Pruitt, the head coach, was actually fired, guys. And he actually has come out and he has given a reason for actually doing these violations, guys, and it's absolutely stunning. And I don't believe that anybody is actually going to believe him on this, but I believe, man, he's trying to make an excuse by hiding under social justice. Now, when it comes to the NCAA, there's been a lot of scandals in college football. It has. I mean, paying players under the table, their families, it's been going on for decades. But this one here is absolutely stunning. Now, let's go ahead and give you a little bit of background here on this. This is on ESPN here. It says Tennessee must vacate all 11 wins from 2019-2020 seasons. Tennessee's football program must vacate all 11 wins from the 2019 and 2020 seasons under former coach Jeremy Pruitt as part of the penalties handed down by the NCAA stemming from recruiting violations, school officials told ESPN on Saturday. So, 2019-2020 season, okay? Now, let's go ahead and go down here, and we're actually going to see and set the stage here for what exactly happened. It says the NCAA found that most of the violations in the case were related to Tennessee coaches illegally paying for unofficial visits for prospects and their parents, including hotel rooms. Pruitt told NCAA investigators that any such wrongdoing was hidden from him by his assistants and that he was unaware of these violations. And I believe up here it actually says it was like 200 violations or something like that. I mean, pretty staggering right there. Yeah. So they're going to be vacating stuff. But however, guys, Jeremy Pruitt, he is now making an excuse for why they broke the rules. Here we go, man. You had to know it. Jeremy Pruitt claims he broke NCAA rules because he felt bad about George Floyd and racial inequality. Now, guys, they actually vacating wins from 2019. George Floyd did not happen until 2020. I'm calling BS on this whole thing. But it says here, former Tennessee coach Jeremy Pruitt blamed the death of George Floyd for making illegal payments and breaking NCAA rules. Pruitt was fired and exited Knoxville as a disgraced coach after multiple NCAA violations, which included handing out cash and bats. Ultimately, the NCAA handed down punishment last week. Tennessee was fined $8 million. Pruitt was hit with a 6-year show cause penalty. Wins were vacated and 28 scholarships were cut over 5 years in response to more than 200 infractions. And Jeremy Pruitt, whatever team or school, I should say, actually hires him, he's not going to coach the first season there. But however, look at this. In documents obtained by Knox News, Pruitt claims he broke NCAA rules because of George Floyd's death. My God. COVID and mental health. Specifically, Pruitt claims racial inequality following Floyd's death is what drove him to give a player's mom $300 in a Chick-fil-A bag because she was struggling financially. Yeah. George Floyd. What did George Floyd actually have to do with 2019? But he named some other people here too. Look at this. Quote, when you throw in George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, okay. So you sit there as a white man and you see all of this going on and you can see these kids suffering. It's pitiful when you sit in the room and you hear grown men and I'm talking about our coaches too, when they talk about growing up and the circumstances that they've been under, because it's hard for a white man to understand, right? This dude, you know what? Maybe he actually believes in white supremacy, man, because guess what? That's poor white people too. Oh man. Anyway, Pruitt explained when explaining why he broke NCAA rules without a care in the world, according to the documents obtained by Knox News. I mean, but the thing is though, man, George Floyd 2020, Ahmaud Arbery, I believe it's like 2020 or 2021, Breonna Taylor 2020. Dude, what were you actually doing in 2019? What were you doing with 2019 before the virus even hit the scene, before the George Floyd stuff? Come on, man. I am not buying this. No, actually, Ahmaud Arbery was actually in 2020. Okay, so George Floyd, we know, is in 2020. Ahmaud Arbery actually happened before George Floyd. And I believe, if I remember correctly, Ahmaud Arbery, that story, nobody actually talked about it at first until I believe after George Floyd, if I'm not mistaken. Breonna Taylor, her boyfriend is actually the one that actually shot at the police. That's the only reason why she ended up getting killed, because her boyfriend shot at the police and the police fired back. I mean, this is just unbelievable, man, that this guy wants to invoke social justice as the reason why he went out there and broke the rules. I mean, he's not manning up and saying, hey, I did this, because I wanted to get the best players. He's not saying any of that. He's blaming social justice. And in a way, kind of seems like, he's blaming like a white supremacy or something like that. I mean, this is ridiculous, man. This is utterly ridiculous that this man would actually go out there. And I want to know who actually is going to believe him on this. Who is actually going to believe Jeremy Pruitt on this whole thing? I know I don't. I don't buy this whatsoever. I believe he was actually probably doing what he was doing for a very, very long time. Like I said, this is nothing new when it comes to NCAA football. Nothing new. Players always getting paid under the table. Now they got the NIL thing. So I believe this is actually before the NIL stuff right here. Now, I'm not buying this. And you shouldn't buy it either, man. This is complete BS right here. It just is. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.